What's up, Wolfpackers? It's your boy, Wolf Doggy Dog. You saw the thumbnail, you clicked on it. Boom, we're going retro today. Let's see what Hasbro's trying to sell us from our youth. Boom, thumbnail. We've got ourselves a Wilson Fisk and a Felicia Hardy. They're alter egos, of course. I remember these back, way back in the days when I was a young buck. 1994, original air date of Spider-Man, the animated series. As you can see, big appeal on my life, big appeal on a lot of people's lives. That's why Hasbro's kind of reselling the stuff that they sold us back in the mid 90s. It comes with the whole checklist of guys. Now, back in the day, I was so poor I couldn't even pay attention. That's my one dad joke. Sorry, guys. But yeah, we've got these now. There's this is a variant of what they have, and then there's been different iterations of it. Before we get going though, let me ask you guys, who played the best Wilson Fisk in your mind, animated series included? Vincent D'Onofrio played a really good Kingpin. He lacked the imposing body size, but acting wise, probably one of the best that I've ever seen. The late Michael Clark Duncan, Mr. John Coffey himself, had that physical imposing body, but he was a different color. He was African American. This guy's Caucasian. As a kid, one guy that I would have liked in a live action, if you've ever seen the movie Darkman, the guy that plays Durant, he also came back for part 2, The Return of Durant. So comment below, guys. Question of the day, who played the best Kingpin? And before we get started, guys, let me give a quick shout out to my friend and yours, DJ Squirtle. Left a comment on our last video. Do the same thing on this one, and you guys can be featured. Another question I want to pose to you guys, Legos. Do you want to see them built on our live streams? They're noon Pacific, 3 p.m. East Coast, and 8 p.m. UK. 9 a.m. if you're in Hawaii. We got a few Hawaiiers. But yeah, drop a comment below. Are you guys down with watching Legos get built live? Watch what happens. I might just just Hulk out and just throw them everywhere. Who knows? Tune in and find out. Shout out to everyone that comes on to the live and the chats and stuff, or the rewatch. Thank you. Let's compare these two really quick. So this one we've been sitting on for about 2 years. It came with the Build-A-Figure for Kingpin. I wasn't crazy about this one. Mischievous actually picked him up, and then now we're in for the entire wave. I was gonna get the Kingpin just as a Build-A-Figure piece alone. Some people were saying that the head sculpt is better on this one, but the body is better on this one. Now, this body is something that, like I said, at 94. So do the math how old I was. But yeah, this one put me through my childhood. Peter Parker got the girls, man. That's straight up. Comic books, he had Gwen, he had her, he had Mary Jane, tons of other girls, man. Peter Parker was the man. Now with Wilson Fisk, this is a straight up callback to the animated series, shot for shot just about.
Approximately 2% of my body mass is fat. Allow me to show you what 350 pounds of muscle is capable of.
The one we got 2 years ago, a lot of people were like, yeah, that's Kingpin. Yeah, we haven't gotten one in a long time, but that's not my Kingpin. Okay, I get it. And then later there was also talks of offering a variant where he would be, kind of the colors would be inverted. That might have looked cool, but instead we got this. I'm not totally upset that we got this one. We could have got a different suited Kingpin, but if you've got Joe Fix-It, a quick kit bash, boom, keto Kingpin. If you saw my post the other day. So 2 really cool variants. Let's get these guys opened up and in the studio and contrast and compare. Don't forget to comment on who your favorite Kingpin was. Another thing, guys, is if you're opening these up, you don't really need an X-Acto knife. Just make sure your blade's sharp. Be sure to avoid any zigzagging, because when you put them away and they're facing side to side, that's going to scratch up. It defeats the whole purpose of saving them. Speaking of saving them, I got a little hack for all you married guys. Maybe your wife is nagging you about all the boxes everywhere. If you picked up this fellow, Gray Hulk's box, pretty big, pretty bulky. This was too pretty to throw away, so I kept it. Little by little, I started throwing things in here. You got the Rogue, Vader. Just pretty much, if it's big enough to fit these retro card backs that Hasbro's using to make us rebuy these figures, they slot right in perfectly. So just a quick hack if you still have this. I mean, a shoebox can do the same exact thing. All right, enough yapping. Let's get these guys in the studio. We'll get a knife to them and see what it do. in studio, guys. We got them out of the box looking pretty dope, if I don't say so myself. What do you guys say we compare them to some of the older figures? Ladies first, without sounding too pervy, let's do a quick body comparison.
Then maybe it's time you did. Why don't I take off my mask and you take off yours?
So Marvel Legends only uses about 2 to 3 different body molds. With Black Cat, we got the body mold that I prefer, the Rogue body mold. So it's a thicker, plumpier body mold, as you can see with the Rogue, compared to the Spider-Woman.
This isn't what I want after all. It'll be far more rewarding when you take the mask off for me, willingly.
Aesthetically, this one is really good, really close to the source material. There's a slight black wash, a tint to the white. When I first saw it, I thought it was dirty, but that is a black wash that they add to give it kind of just an off-white kind of feel to it. The camera lights are giving it more of a gloss, but it's more of a mantle, kind of not so glossy look to it. I like how you can kind of see the ab cuts in there. Face sculpt is really good. A lot of good detail on the face. I like that they put effort into it. And she even comes with a removable collar. We don't know about them girls with the collars. Side-by-side comparison with the 2019. Mischievous did a little bit of customization to this one. But I'm going to go with the current model as opposed to the 2019. This is not bad. I didn't like the way her eyes are kind of bug-eyed, cross-eyed, or, you know, just messed up. And then the makeup was pretty poorly done. The makeup is pretty flawless on this one. I really like that one. Mac girls would be proud. Here's her collar. It's not the best in detail, but, you know, they gave us something to work with. And, I mean, it could even work around someone's wrist. She kind of lacks a neck doing it in this position. Not the worst, but it's better on the other one. You can lift it up out of the ball joint just a little bit and give it that swan-like neck that she has. It's not terrible. But Felicia Harding isn't just a looker. She comes with a few accessories. Let's check them out. Here's her whip. Now this one's a bit different from the one that we got 2 years ago. It's actually got a little grappling hook type claw. It's got braided rope, and it comes with grooves on a handle. She also comes with a kitty. Pretty cute. I like it. It's cool. I don't know the name of it. If anyone does, Google it. Something, I don't know. Comment below if you know what the name of Felicia Harding's cat is when she's Black Cat. And then just a comparison in the two. By far, the newer model is the better whip. This one's just, I don't know, that could even be like Omega Red's tentacles or something like that. An alternate blonde head would have been nice so she can be Felicia Harding, but it's nothing a quick kit bash can't fix. Here we've got her with Sue Storm's head. Same thing as with this head. Looks a little bit too funny on the body, no neck. That looks a little bit better. She's just sitting on the ball peg, not really moving around. You can get it to bounce off. Here she is with the Gwen Stacy. This one looks a little too much like Emma Stone for me, but it is kind of animated series looking. I've got a carded Emma Frost. She comes with 2 heads, so I'm sure you can play around with those as well. Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin, you're up. He's got the little kind of like tunic ascot, Fred Jones type thing. And of course, he's not afraid to mismatch purple pants, orange vest. He don't care, bro. He's 2% body fat. He will crush you. With the last Kingpin, they gave us a screaming face. We get that same mold here, but now he's got some battle damage. He's been scuffing it up with Hell's Kitchen's very own Daredevil, maybe the Punisher, who knows, all the lower class, B class, C class villains, or heroes. It is Hasbro, and it is Marvel Legends, so they're going to try to squeeze every dime they can out of each body mold they make. So yeah, it is going to be a bit too close, only 2 years apart. For me, he was a must-have because I was such a big fan of the animated series. The thing with the animated series is that he wasn't glued to just one outfit. He changed his clothes. He changed his wardrobe. So this can either one of these can work if you have a animated series diorama. The beauty of it is that you can also kit bash, so don't be afraid to play around with these figures. One thing I will say about the all white is that you're starting to get some of the dingy, almost yellowish or off-white color to them. That this type of plastic, you can expect that with anything after 2 years. You're going to start getting a little discoloration. I do expect to be getting some of that with this, not so much with that one. Alright guys, that was it. The Retro Card Back, Black Cat, and Kingpin. These guys are going to make an awesome addition to the animated series. Let's go check these guys out. Don't forget to drop us a like if you enjoyed this review. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Don't forget about our live streams every Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. UK. Deuces, guys. We will catch you on the next one.